My name is Leah Crandall, and I was raised in Provo, and I lived there until I got married, and that's been a long time ago. And then I came to Springville with my husband. He lived here all with his wife, and he had just returned from his mission, and I met him on a blind date. So that's great, you know. And he and two of my children have been dead for 37 years. They were killed in an accident, and so I've been alone and raised my children alone. But I've been very blessed. The Lord's blessed me, given me a lot of strength, or I couldn't have gone through it and done the things that I did do.
What did you do on the date where you met your husband?
We went to a Springville dance that was down here. It was New Year's Eve, and they had a dance down here in the Memorial Center. They used to hold dances down there all the time. And we went with another couple, and we just had a ball, just had a lot of fun. He had only been home from his mission 5 days, and they fixed it up. And the very next night, I went to a movie with my girlfriend with Frank Sinatra in it, and he came over and went to my house, and I wasn't home, and so he went and asked this couple that had fixed his stuff, and he said, where would two girls go that were young? What movie would they be going to see? And they said, well, Frank Sinatra, of course. And so we went to see Frank Sinatra. He went in. We were on the next to the last row. He sat on the very row behind us all through the movie, never said one word till we got up to leave, and then he said hello, and he went home with me. We just hit it off great, and he had a girlfriend waiting for him from his mission. I had a boyfriend in the service waiting for me, but it didn't work out that way.
Lucky you. It's found on the accident that killed your husband?
I'd be glad to. I had 3 older children, and then my 2 children, one daughter that was 12 and the other one was 10 years old. And then I had a little gal that was in kindergarten, just 5 years old. And my husband, we lived on a farm. We had cattle, and he and my little boy, I only had one little boy, they went every morning to feed the cattle. And this one night, we always had family night on Sunday then, back in those days, and my little daughter would coax to go real often, and so she came that night after family night and said, please, can I go with Eric and Dad to feed the cattle? And so their dad said, if you want to go, you put your clothes in Eric's room, and I'll wake you up, and you can go. So the 2 of them went with him, and that was real unusual for her to go with him. And they were going, and we'll never know what happened, because when they went down to cross the railroad tracks down on 4th North and 4th West, there were no trees or anything there, and there was a train going by, and it was called a Chicago Bomber, and it hadn't even stopped in Provo, and it was going straight through. We don't know what happened. I'll never know what happened, because anyway, they were hit with the train, and all 3 of them were killed. And I was very grateful to think the police had presence of mind enough to go get the state president, because my husband was in the state presidency then. And he went and got the state president to come with him to tell me, and I appreciated that so much. And they came and told me, and he put his arms around me and he says, Leah, there's been an accident, and I don't know why, but I just said, did I kill him? I don't know why I said that, but I did. And he said yes. And they were gone. But the thing I want to tell you, I'll never get over the strength the Lord gave me. That is my testimony, so strong. He gave me that strength to go through that. My friends all say they didn't know how I was ever going to get through it. But I'm not bragging, but I was so strong because the Lord blessed me so to be able to face all of that and go through it. That's my strongest testimony of how He can give you the strength if you really want it. you can feel sorry for yourself and sit home. But if you want the strength, He'll give it to you.
What advice would you give the youth of today?
Oh, I've got so many things. And there's so many problems for the youth nowadays. I feel so sorry for them because there's a lot more temptations and things in this world right now than what we were familiar with. But I do feel like we've been taught all of our lives, do what your parents say. Always keep your parents in mind. Live close to them and do what they tell you to do. But a lot of the youth nowadays aren't as lucky as some of us, and they don't all have parents that are active, that are close to the Lord, or maybe they have a mother that has to work a lot to keep because they have no father. And maybe they are torn away and they can't keep close to their Heavenly Father because their family doesn't do that. But so many youth, if they will just think about it and live close to the Lord, and I mean close by being able to pray to Him. Even if you're in a mess, all of a sudden you can say a prayer real quick because He'll help you. If you're starting to get into a bad situation that you don't intend to be in, but yet you get into it, if you say a little prayer to your Heavenly Father, He'll help you get back out of that circle. Because Satan has pulled you into there, and he'll help you get out if you really want to. There's so many things that the Lord will help us do if we just live close to Him. But try and have family home evening if you can in your home. Live close to the Lord, because all these temptations that are going on right now, and there's a lot more now than, boy, we ever had in our life. And I just feel sorry for the youth, but they're so strong. It amazes me how strong the youth are now. I think they're a lot stronger than we ever were. They're just so strong now, those that really try and really want to live close to the Lord. And I think the main thing is just, if you get in a bad situation that you don't want to be in, ask the Lord to help you and you get out. And if you need to talk to somebody and you can't communicate with your parents, maybe there's somebody else you can talk to. Maybe there's some other adult that you feel close to that you could speak to, that you could talk to. But don't wait till it's too late to talk to them. Have a close relationship with somebody that you can communicate with and tell your problems and your troubles. But please try and stay out of all messes and be strong and do the things our Heavenly Father wants you to do. Please try. And that's the main thing that the youth need, because there's so much wickedness right now that draws them away. And I admire the youth nowadays because they are so strong. But please stay close to the Lord.